Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922, the last video of Memorial Day. There's not really left any more videos I gotta do, reviews-wise. This is gonna be for Fate Zero. Season 2, Episode 8. This one was crazy. Wow. Basically, more or less, we're looking at that basically, give or take, four things happen in this episode. Okay, beginning of the episode, we have Saber. She's going after Ryder. She thinks that he has KIREI, Icefield. Little does she know that he doesn't. It's a ploy. So what happens is she's got a motorcycle, night on two wheels, just streaming through traffic, following him around. And she gets on the highway, and then he's like, the real Ryder is there, and he's like, oh, time to challenge her to a race. This is how I want to do it. This is how he wants to do it. At some point, he notices that she's following them, and then he just wants to challenge her to a race, and he says something strange right here. Being the king of the conquerors, he wants to beat Saber, and put him in his army. Give or take. Meanwhile, while this is going on, before we get to this race, I mean, she's given everything she's got, Saber. She actually transforms a fucking motorcycle that she's riding on into this, like, high-speed thing. It's pretty fucking awesome. And get another scene with, what's his face? Kuretsugi. And Kuretsugi is examining what was left at the wreckage when, Mai, kind of died and stuff. And he finds out something interesting. Something very interesting. This piece of armor left over disappears. And then we see a scene with KIREI and Kalia. And this fake, I said it, fake Ryder. It wasn't Ryder, it was Berserker. Oh, that was crazy. So Berserker basically transformed into Ryder and grabbed Icefield. And then that's when we see, like, KIREI, he tells Ryder, Berserker, go back. Your job is done. And they drop Icefield there. And KIREI is basically looking at KIREI and saying to him, this woman, she is the actual inner side of her that contains the Holy Grail. She's the container of the Holy Grail. Which if you've seen Fate Stay Night, you know that that's the truth. While this is going on, we also see Kuretsugi. He's interrogating this guy, and he's shooting him in the leg and arm, and basically asking, where are they? And then he tells him information about Mutao, and it was somebody within the church that took her, supposedly. And I gets that information. And then from there, there's this conversation, and also then continuing, we have this conversation between KIREI and KIREI, and KIREI is basically saying, "Oh, meet me in the church at midnight, and I will set up the arrangement of our meeting." Um, but before I get to the conclusion of that, there's also the fight between Saber and Ryder. And basically, what's happening is she brings out a noble phantasm. She catches up to him and brings out his noble phantasm, and and attacks him. That phantasm of Saber is just so ridiculous. It's just like, boom, man. She's like, Excalibur, and she just smashed. It's just a huge beam of light. It's like unbelievable. What ends up happening is the real Rider. His chariot gets destroyed. He grabs his master, and they're holding onto a tree. And that's basically what ends up there. Moving right along, we see not KIREI, but Kalia. After the whole, well, actually, before that happens, KIREI gets interrupted by this guy who happens to be Kalia's father, Muto, the guy who's the part of that family, Muto family. And I'm not sure if it was Muto, but anyway, he confronts him, and then KIREI throws knives at him, and he goes right through him. He's not really there, and he's saying, "Oh, let me wait," telling him, "I'll wait for you to get the same kind of sinisterness that I have." Saying, "I'm going to wait until it boils over for you." So, yeah, it ends with just saying that. And this guy, he was torn between a decision of whether does he want the Holy Grail. Muto want the family to have the Holy Grail, or he wants to see his son suffer. So we go to Kalia, and he's going into the church, he thinks he's confronting Tosaka. Tokio mean Tosaka, So he's there. He's at the church. He gets there. He sees him. He's gonna confront him, and he's thinking about all the things he's doing. So Tosaka. He falls on his lap, and he realizes he's dead. Wait, it gets better. It gets better. It gets better. This whole thing was planned by KIREI. Tokio means wife shows up and sees that her husband's dead, and she thinks he did it, Kalia. And then she's like, why is it bad enough that you took Sakura away from me, and now you're why? She's like, and you see these psycho eyes on her, and she's crying. Kalia, he completely loses it. He's like, I did love somebody, in this whole big thing. I'm like, wow, fucking wow, What does Kalia end up doing? And it was weird seeing, because there were a lot of you saw Kalia, and it went black. It went back and forth, and you see him choking her. And I'm like, what? Insane. He's choking her, and then she's just dead. And you're like, completely baffled. And the best part of that scene was when he leaves, and you see Gilgamesh, she's like, what a pathetic performance. Almost like, sadistic kind of humor there. And he's talking to KIREI about it, so on and so forth. And that's more or less where it ends, because he's talking to him about, oh, this was only your first thing, and we'll see what you're going to do for an encore, and so on and so forth. Because now it seems obviously that KIREI, man, he's got all the cards. He's got Gilgamesh. He's using Kalia like a tool, and things are really heating up. And Kalia says KIREI was saying about how the wine doesn't taste like it used to taste. I don't know what that was about, but this week's 4 out of 5. Definitely 4 out of 5. That was just like, holy shit. Well, that guy, he said he wanted to see his son suffer. Can't suffer any more than that. Killing the woman you love because of a misunderstanding. So, good episode. This was, if you're going by season 2, this was episode 8. If you're going by both seasons, it's episode 21. So, we're almost done with this show. It's reaching its ending. And I'm wondering what's going to happen, what's the conclusion with, Kitsugi's wife and everything. I want to know when that's going to go down. What's going to happen in that situation. We probably know what's going to happen, but, it's going to be interesting to see that. But, good episode. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 because I really liked the manipulation of KIREI. He's so manipulative. I'm like, fuck, this guy is so fucking evil. He was bad in Fate Stay Night with the things he was doing, the evil things he was doing in that. And here, it's just new level. New level. But anyway, that's the story there. What did you guys think of this episode? Thoughts, comments, the story. Nothing really left to do this week. As far as reviews are concerned, it's just going to be really Amnesia. I can only imagine what that episode's going to be like. Next one of that. Naruto-san? I'm pretty much caught up after that. So, yeah. See you guys later.